Welcome back to Tennessee Tuesdays.
Episode number 30.
20. And welcome to the new shed.
This is where eventually we will have a podcast studio set up.
Eventually. It's gonna be some time coming. It's not gonna be these walls. We're gonna hopefully build it out over on the other side of this little section and stuff, so it'll be a lot of fun.
But instead of doing it in the garage where it's cold and kind of nasty to look at, this is a little bit nicer.
Yeah, it'll be good. We'll make it our own, and we're gonna have heating and air in here, so it won't matter what time we do it, so we can do more podcasts. We won't have any excuse not to do a podcast. Like, oh, it's too cold, we can't go in the garage and do one.
Or it's too hot and we're sweating.
Yeah, so hopefully the echo's not too bad right now. There's nothing in here. Plywood floor, plywood walls, a lot of room for the sound to move right now, so we'll take care of that though. But it's gonna be a journey and y'all will be along with us, so.
All good things take at a time.
They do. I'm excited. So we'll see what this becomes. I'm very excited to see. I think we have a couple different ideas for more episodes and more content and stuff, which will be a lot of fun and beneficial to people, I think. Just talking small business and locals and stuff we wanted to do but haven't been able to do yet just because of logistics.
We didn't have like a proper setup. We can't invite people over. Hey, you guys want to sit in the garage with us?
And freeze. Like, it's one thing if we freeze, it's our own gig, you know, but I'm not gonna, I don't know, it's not very professional.
You want to listen to our pigs and our chickens?
Yeah, hopefully we won't see the pigs. I don't think you'll hear the pigs out here.
Yeah, probably not.
You might hear people going back and forth. But hopefully when we build out the little podcast part, soundproof it.
You might hear Macy bark every once in a while.
It just happens. That's life, right? So, so we're going to talk InNOut. InNOut is coming to Tennessee.
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
Just so y'all know.
And everyone is ecstatic. They are just... When that release came out, I had so many messages and texts that InNOut is coming, and I could care less. I could care less that InNOut is coming here.
We found so many good burger places out here. InNOut is a great fast food burger, but I'm not gonna drive all the way to Nashville just to get a burger.
So yeah, InNOut is a good burger. Like, hands down, it's a great burger. It's a great restaurant.
When we go back to California or Arizona, we will always stop in and get one. We aren't gonna not go there.
And I'll speak more to that in a little bit of why. But as far as them coming here, I could care less. Like, if InNOut doesn't come here, like, I'm fine with that. There's plenty of options, like Bab said, that we found that we love. And I feel like InNOut was one of those things that I guess you kind of clung to because it was like...
It's a SoCal. It originated in SoCal.
Yeah, it's like a California thing, and that was like a memory, right? So you hang on to that, like... And it's so funny when I get like people that will message me and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I could do without InNOut. And it's like, if you can't do without a burger, you're moving for the wrong reason. Like,
you learn to deal without those things, and you learn to find places that are more small mom and pop restaurant styles that have great food. You have to just go out of your comfort zone.
Now, and that's where this ties in with like mom and pop too, is because InNOut is an original. It was founded in 1948. It's coming up on its 75th year anniversary.
Oh, dang.
Baldwin Park, little 10 by 10 restaurant, which the secret little kitchen is still there. I don't think that part is open anymore. I don't think they use that much anymore.
They built a new one.
They've built to the side, but I mean, that's part of like the iconic thing of InNOut is, you know, it was a drive-through. It was the first burger drive-through. It was a hot rod hangout, you know, and there was nowhere to eat inside.
So, some of the older ones you still can't eat inside.
Yeah, they're old restaurants, like the one in La Crescenta where I grew up. Like, there's old tables in the back, like a couple tables, and that was it.
Yeah.
You ordered usually a double lane drive-through, one on each side.
Or they had a walk-up window too, because some of the older ones have
walk-up window, so that way you could go eat out back or something. And a lot of the newer ones do have restaurant seating and stuff inside. They're a bigger restaurant, I would say.
Definitely bigger.
So they got 385 restaurants, right? And they're coming east now because they're in, where are they at? They're in California,
Vegas or Nevada,
Arizona, New Mexico,
Utah,
Texas, Utah and Colorado, I think.
Yes.
I think those are all of them. But it's still like, and nothing's changed either. It's still like the slow rise dough buns in the morning. Like
their potatoes, they
cut them right there in the drive-thru. You can see them. They don't freeze the meat. You know, it's cool because it is mom and poppy. You know, and they've stuck to that, which is really cool, and I admire. You know, it stayed the same for 70 years, which is crazy. Because that doesn't happen very often with things anymore.
No, things change.
Things change and
more modern.
And even with like InNOut, like they serve less than, I think it's 15 items on the menu.
Yeah.
So you go to some of these places and it's just like a menu you get lost in. Like it's very basic. Now their secret menu, now you can get crazy with some stuff.
I do like a very simplified menu. I think that's probably why I liked InNOut, is because their menu was just very simple.
Yep.
There wasn't like, you go to like he said, go to a restaurant and there's all these things on the drive-thru menu and you're like, oh no.
Burgers, fries, and shakes. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. And like a Neapolitan shake, like made with real ice cream, not like Dairy Queen with non-real ice cream.
But they only have 3 shakes, so that's what's, like you don't have all these options. Like you have to stick with the 3 shakes.
So the heiress to InNOut, she's solo, so she's the one that's kind of like pushing for this move, which is really cool. Like Lindsay Snyder has had her
she's
troubles.
Very young.
She's our age, yeah. She's 40s, and I mean she's worth about $3 billion, somewhere in there. Like, so she's doing great. She, you know, just took over her grandparents' restaurant chain, which is fantastic, and now she's got it on the right tracks, which is awesome because she had her struggles. I believe she lost her dad to drug abuse. She had her own issues with drug abuse, 4 marriages. Like, it's been a rocky road for her, but I think she has like grabbed hold of the reins and she's like focused on the East, right? So they were coming to Franklin, right?
That is going to be quite a drive.
So Franklin is going to be the corporate office for InNOut, which will have, I think it's like a $120 million investment, they said, and about 200 plus jobs, which is big. That's really big. But that's, you know, coming up. And then they said, you know, the first restaurant in Nashville ain't going to be until I think 26.
Yeah, 26.
So, and of course, everyone's like jumping at it, like thinking like, oh, this is so cool. Like there's going to be restaurants. And then now they're going to go to Florida finally. And then they're going to go, you know,
but when that first restaurant opens when we only have one in the state of Tennessee, do you realize how long that wait is going to be?
So I think in Colorado, there was an hour wait at this restaurant when they opened it. And I think a year later, it's still, which I mean, some California ones you go to and the lines are terribly long. Like,
but they do, I will give it to InNOut. They are kind of like ChickFilA. They have their process down pretty well.
Yeah.
Where they have people out there just like ChickFilA taking orders, speeding up the process. So it's not, I mean, yeah, you may wait a while, but I feel like it goes pretty fast.
But like why I said I could care less is because so you think of this restaurant, like, which is fine. Like if they open one here, you know, cool, give it 5 years, it'll calm down and be another restaurant. But this one restaurant that's going to open in Nashville, everyone on the East Coast is finally going to have a chance to get InNOut. So you're going to get people from Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Missouri. Like everyone's going to be coming for InNOut because it's going to be on the East Coast now. It's going to be east of the Mississippi.
So can you just imagine how long that line is going to be?
You think the Colorado one and an hour plus was crazy? Like it's just a burger. Like I'm going to go back and say that it's just a burger. It's a good burger, but it's just
a hamburger.
A burger. So I don't know. I could care less. Like it's one of those things. Like I'm not attached to a restaurant or a food item. But
probably not travel there for a very long time to get a hamburger.
No, I mean if we're around and I drive by and there's, you know, a few cars, sure, I'll pull in. But I'm not going to sit in a line waiting for a burger.
Just remember, they don't open till 11 o'clock it is? Or is it 10?
No, I think it's 10:30.
10:30. So if you're there right at 10:30, you won't have to wait.
It used to be 10:30. I don't know if anything's changed. They are open on Sunday, so it ain't like ChickFilA, but it is InNOut, the, you know, Snyder Family and stuff, it's a Christian conservative base, which, you know, has been controversial in the past too, because they do have like Bible verses written on the inside of cups and packaging sometimes, you know, and people lost their mind when they found that, you know, just because the bottom of your cup says a little like Bible verse or something. And I think there was a time during the pandemic where a couple of the restaurants said no to mask mandates. They were like, no, like, we're not doing it. If you don't want a burger, don't come in. Which is nice because it's privately owned. Like, she's the only one that owns it.
Yeah, she's
100%.
She can do whatever she wants.
She doesn't have to answer to anybody. And
so if you don't like that kind of stuff, do not go to InNOut.
And then you
may be offended.
And then you have people that say it's overrated, right? You have your Five Guy people, your Whataburger. Don't even come at me with a Whataburger compared to InNOut. Five Guy's a totally different cooked burger. Same with Habit. Like, the Habit was a different cooked burger. Like, this is griddle cooked burger, so you can't compare it to something that's on the grill. Yeah, it's a totally different burger.
All of them are very different burgers, so you can't really compare Whataburger to InNOut.
Which, like, Mackenzie's boyfriend is like Five Guy Die Hard.
Which I've actually never seen him go to Five Guys.
I don't think I have either. You know, and he sticks to like, oh, everyone says Five Guys is better than InNOut. I'm like, no, I think if you have InNOut, you're gonna change your mind. Like, you'll like InNOut. Like Shake Shack, I like Shake Shack, but Shake Shack, I've kind of distanced myself from lately because the past few times it's been depressing. Like, this little patty that you get in there for like $12, like, it's just embarrassing. And
their prices are very expensive. InNOut, I will say, their prices are very, well, moderate prices.
Like a double meal, I think it was like $7, right?
Yeah, I feel like
it's still pretty good. Which is interesting too, because a McDonald's compared to an InNOut will double sell a McDonald's any day of the week. So their profits are double whatever McDonald's would be, and they only sell 15 items or whatever, yeah. Which is incredible then.
I will give you one tip. If you go there and you get their French fries and they put them in the bag, they always put a napkin over the top of the fries.
And then they close the bag.
And roll the bag down. So the minute you get your French fries in the car, unroll the bag, take the napkin off, your fries won't be soggy.
Yeah, that's one. And you can order, I mean...
You can order them well done.
Maybe we'll have an InNOut episode when we get closer to a restaurant in a decade, but...
Well, we are going back to California in June. We could do a podcast from...
InNOut? Maybe.
No, we could get InNOut.
We could
actually have Baylor on.
Oh, that would be fun. We'll do the taste test with Baylor. Yeah,
that'll be a perfect one.
Do a first impression, like a live impression thing.
We can do it at where we're staying.
That'd be kind of cool. So what I will say, when I was talking earlier, the thing with InNOut though that does impress me and that I will always go back to and get a burger from them is the consistency. So we've taken a couple trips back to the West Coast. We've ate in Arizona, we've ate in California. The burger tastes the exact same as the last time I ate that burger.
It is, I've never had an InNOut burger where I'm like, oh, that was terrible.
But it tastes the exact same.
It always tastes perfect.
Always like no tomato, egg ketchup, like with spread. Like, it tastes perfect. The same every time, every bite, like, tastes the same that I can go back to. I've never, like, bit into them like, ooh, they changed something, or...
And I always get a double with just lettuce, cheese, and raw onions.
But, like, you go to, like, Jack in the Box out here, like, the Jack in the Box out here is, I don't know, maybe that's what we were used to, but Jack in the Box is garbage. Like, it tastes trash.
But I also think a part of it is we don't typically eat very much fast food out here in general.
No.
Because we do live a little bit of a slower paced life and we can cook at home more. We ate more fast food in California because we were always on the go.
And there's more mom and pops.
So it was, you just had, with soccer and stuff, we didn't have time, so we just drove through a fast food place and got food and went home.
Yeah, crappy diet, you felt like crap.
But out here, I feel like we do have more time to cook at home. Or we've invested in more mom and pop restaurants.
And the food is delicious. So, but anyways, so InNOut's coming to Tennessee and the East Coast.
Eventually. Don't get your hopes up. It will not be here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a ways away, but it's coming. And
And
I'm
3 years
excited
from now.
I'm excited for people that haven't had InNOut that have always wanted to try it. I'm stoked they get the opportunity to. I just personally do not care, and I could live without it. I'm telling you that, just because I've had a lifetime of InNOut, and it's kind of a treat in my eyes. Like if I go back to the West Coast, it's a treat.
There are things, like you said, that are treats to us now when we go back to the West Coast.
Or just if we go to New York. I'm going to Joe's Pizza. Like,
oh, definitely.
There's no better pizza than Joe's Pizza $1 slice, which I don't know if it's $1 slice anymore. I doubt it with inflation.
No.
But even like Shake Shack, like in the park and stuff, like that's
that
a
little
different
one.
like it's a different feel when you go there, and like I don't know, it's just one of those things. Like a Shake Shack in an airport doesn't have the same feel to me, you know.
Anything in the airport doesn't have the same feel.
Anything is, but you know, it's just one of those things that I don't know. I kind of keep that reserved, and that's just my West Coast thing. And I'll just go, or like getting a Tommy burger over there with chili. Like we don't have Tommy's over here, but I'll be darned to go get a chili burger over there because it's fantastic.
I'm not going to Tommy's.
You're not a fan of them, but
no,
they're so good. You can't.
I mean, their chili fries are good, but
what about Spudderito?
Okay.
Oh, got your
that
attention
is
there.
different.
What if they open up a Rick's over here or Bobby's place?
If they open one of those here, I would drive.
We should open a Bobby's place.
I would drive. I don't even care where it's at. I would drive to it. The first time I ever had one of these, I was like, ugh.
Everybody says that. Everybody has that same face.
I was like, what are you talking about?
And if you're wondering what we're talking about a Spudderito from Bobby's place in Pasadena. It used to be Rick's. It was on Walnut. It's moved over to Fair Oaks now. I hope it's still there after everything that's gone on. Bobby's place, go check it out though. Get a Spudderito. It's literally a tortilla, enchilada sauce, french fries, and cheese. Get it hot if you like hot sauce. You thank me later. Get a taco too. Hard crunchy tacos are so good from there.
And it's just ground beef taco in their tacos.
Yeah, it's
delicious.
So anyways, that is it from East Tennessee, y'all. Thank you for being here. TennesseeTuesdays.com, as well as all the social handles. Episode 30. Hopefully we'll be having more of these, and
we'll try to be more consistent. Maybe
it'll be more consistent. I just got to figure out where we're going to plug in all these other like podcasts we did, you know, because obviously Tennessee Tuesdays is the same where we're focusing on Tennessee, but I don't know. Maybe it becomes more than Tennessee Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see.
You can just talk about anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks
have
for being
a
here.
wonderful Tuesday evening.
We appreciate y'all. That's it from East Tennessee.